I'll be completely fucking honest. I do not care who wins this match. And I mean that in the most positive way possible. I literally watch AEW for these two guys, MJF, Kenny Omega. I literally watched that show because of them. I started watching it because of Kenny Omega. I stayed because of MJF. And now they're facing each other. The devil versus the god of pro wrestling, the GOAT, Kenny Omega. The modern day GOAT. Let me throw that. The modern day GOAT, Kenny Omega. I'm fucking excited. Outside of Kenny's promos, Kenny Kenny leaves a lot to be desired with his fucking promo. I think even the most hardcore Kenny Omega fan can admit that he leaves a lot to be desired with his fucking promos. Especially, I push back on anybody that says anything about MJF's wrestling, MJF not being able to win a match like clean. Like, I've seen the guy do it. I've seen the guy fucking wrestle. Like, that's an old played out narrative about MJF. Both of these guys can fucking wrestle. Kenny Omega, though, is on a different level, but they both can fucking wrestle. MJF is definitely in the top percent of pro wrestlers in AEW. That's for damn sure. And I'm talking about real pro wrestling, not spots, not, dives and shit like that. I'm talking about like actual fucking wrestling. It just so happens that Kenny Omega could do both. He could wrestle, he could dive, he could do all that shit. He could do all of it. So while I don't care who wins this match, and while I want Kenny Omega to be the AEW World Champion again, I think MJF's gonna win the fucking match. I'm just gonna be honest. I think MJF's gonna win the match. Kenny, Kenny can't stay healthy. Kenny cannot stay healthy. Like, and I understand he could be the champion. They could work around. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time in wrestling history that a guy works a fucking part-time schedule, takes it light while it wouldn't be the first time. But Kenny can't stay healthy. I don't know. For all we know, Kenny could be like, hey, I'm an EVP, I want to make feuds good, but let him be I don't know. But I just have a gut feeling that MJF is gonna walk out of Dynasty as the AEW World Champion. Match number 2 that I'm excited about is John Moxley versus Will Ospreay, AEW Continental Championship. You got the Death Riders, you got the United Empire. They had a fucking brawl. They had a brawl in the parking lot that spilled into the ring. I mean, this shit is gonna get wild. I feel like here's my concern with this match. Here's my concern with this match. These two guys should 100% just have a fucking one-on-one, no run-ins, like just straight up knockdown, drag out fight, spots, like blood, guts, all that shit. That's the type of match these guys should have. Will Ospreay, like Kenny Omega, could do it all. He could wrestle, he could do the spots, he could do it. But just like Kenny Omega, he can't fucking talk. And then similarly, MJF, John Moxley, John could fucking talk. John is a brawler type wrestler. So styles are going to clash here. That's going to make for a great match. What I don't want to see is constant interference with the Death Riders and United Empire. John Moxley character suggests that he should almost always be on his own too. Especially now that he's in this weird spot where like he's doing this shit, but he's also like trying to be like, I don't know how to explain it. He's an anti-hero right now, in my opinion. I haven't really seen him do any like heel tactics necessarily. He's just been tough as shit. Like, it is weird because the other people in his crew have been using heel tactics. So it's a weird ass spot he's in. but they don't need a bunch of fucking run-ins from the Death Riders and United Empire in this match. These two guys could take care of all the entertainment, all your pro wrestling needs with just them two. As for who I think is going to win, I think it's going to be Will Ospreay. I think Will Ospreay is going to end up the AEW Continental Champion. Um, it just feels like the right time for John to drop the belt. It doesn't hurt him. It doesn't help. Like, I feel like, which is kind of bad. Just like when he was the AEW World Champion, I feel like John doesn't do anything to elevate championships. I'm sorry. I love John Moxley, but he does when he's the champion, it's almost like that belt becomes irrelevant. It doesn't. There's been multiple occasions. I'm dead ass. There's been multiple occasions where I completely forgot that John Moxley was the Continental Champion. I completely fucking forgot. So Will Ospreay, at the very least, not only do I think he would be a better representative for the Continental Championship, I also think him having that particular title makes a lot of fucking sense. So my pick here is going to be Will Ospreay. We got Cope, we got Cage, Cope, we got FTR. Tag Team Championships. Honestly, there's only one way this could fucking go. I like FTR. Love Cage and Cope. Love those guys. I'm an Attitude Era kid. Of course, I'm going to pick Cage and Cope. Like, I don't know many people who won't pick Cage and Cope here. FTR would definitely have to do some type of cheating in order to win this match because they're going to get, but as far as I'm concerned, their titles are as good as gone. Cage and Cope taking that shit. Cage and Cope taking that shit. They're taking it. They are taking those titles. Um, they've been hunting down FTR for weeks. Anybody who's gotten in the way has gotten their ass whipped. And FTR has a receipt coming back for what they did to Beth. And if you ask Cage for what they did to him too, which is a lot more devastating than what they did to Beth, according to Cage. But yeah, man, honestly, to me, this is one of the more clear outcomes on Dynasty. I think Cage and Cope are going to win this match. I think Cage and Cope are going to have a nice run as tag team champions, one of their last runs as tag team champions. And I think the time is now. Give me Cage and Cope here. Without even knowing the outcome, I'm going to start AEW Dynasty off at 8 BTAs. Because of the match card. Now let's see if they can live up to expectations or if they're going to disappoint us.